Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you all for joining in. Today, we are talking about the happiness challenge. And this happiness challenge is how can we happy for every second of our life? No, we all go through stress. We all go through time when we are not feeling happy. What do we do to feel happy? And that's what we will be discussing as part of today. And scientists are also talking about happiness, and there are a lot of people who have written books on happiness. So one of the renowned person who has written books on this is Dalai Lama. So let me play from Dalai Lama and get his perspective, what he's talking about happiness. Now what he's saying is the purpose of our life is to be happy. He is very clear. He's not trying to come up with bliss, happiness, and enlightenment, blah, blah, other. No, nothing like that. Let's be practical. Doesn't matter. You're happy or you're feeling enlightenment, you're feeling whatever you're feeling. But the feeling of purpose of our life is very clear, to be happy. How can we be happy? And that's something he's going to talk about. But happiness is not something ready made. Now, this is another thing he's talking about, is not something ready made. It comes from your own actions. So, actions, he's talking about action. So, if you're taking action about something and we actually try it out and then see what he's saying. So let's take a look at what he's talking about in this quick video.
Life, I usually describe happiness. Reason, the future. Even this afternoon, what will happen? Do not know. In future, no guarantee. But our life based on hope.
Now, this is very clear, like what he's clearly saying that is the future. We don't have any control over the future. We don't have any control over the past. What can I do now to feel happy? What can I do now so that I can perform my happiness routine? And some people say that discipline, you are in the bliss, but with discipline, we can put ourselves in bliss.
Even present some difficulties, still with hope, our life remain. If someone completely lost hope, then that very mental attitude shorten their life. And worst case, even suicide may take place. So therefore, hope means something good. Therefore, the purpose of our life, I usually telling people, happiness is our sort of the real meaning of our life. Now happiness, the materialistic way, happiness only sensorial level.
Now, this is where he's talking about happiness. We can try to find happiness in so many things. Let me eat ice cream, I'll find happiness. Let me eat this thing, I'll find happiness. Let me see a program, I'll find happiness. We are seeking happiness throughout by some means or the other, some program. Let's watch this and we'll feel happiness. So, what he's saying is
Seeing something nice, hearing some beautiful music, and taste, and smell, and touch, including sex. These are materialistic sort of, or say the happiness, materialistic level happiness. These are short, not long-lasting happiness. Long-lasting happiness must develop on mental level. Now in this country, one part of Sankhya philosophy and then Jain philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, no creator, rather self-creation. So therefore, the concept of karma also come. Everything depends on your own action. Positive action, virtuous action bring good. Harmful sinful action bring uh, suffering. That depends on motivation. So this country, over 3,000 years, or say they already examined the ultimate source of happiness, not external, but here, not sensorial level, but mental level. So practice of shamatha, practice of vipassana come. So therefore, and you see these things originally come from religious text. Now we should take now these things as an academic subject.
Now, this is what he is very clear. He's saying that this is a science. Now, we can talk about mental, but he's really not talking about mental. He's talking about spiritual also. But he's talking at a level which we can vibrate with. He's talking to the people. He's coming to the people level. People understand them. That's why he's saying that way. It's not that he doesn't know spirituality for all practical purposes. So he is very clearly saying that, hey, this path, and this is where he's looking at it, the happiness perspective. And his quote is very clear. His quote instruction given from his side is purpose of our life is to be happy. And some saint I have seen him talk about this also, say the happiness, peace of mind and happiness. If we have peace of mind and happiness with action, that means discipline, blissful action. When we do that, only the development of compassion and understanding of others can bring that tranquility and happiness. So when we are tranquil, then we can bring that happiness. So today's divine wisdom is, let's commit to be happy. Let's commit to be happy in action. That means action in which reflects within ourselves. We start feeling happy from within. Initially, it will be mental, but then the spiritual perspective means that we can observe our thoughts and transform into happy thoughts. So let's focus on the purpose of life, which is happiness. So thank you all. I'm going to stop the recording and